Hello. Hi, everyone. Ooh, you see that leg? Let me stop. So I was like, I asked, this is dented. Hello? Excuse me? I asked Siri to flip a coin, and if it was tails, I'd come live. And then I was like, and Siri said tails, and then I was like, Siri says tails again. I'll go live, and here I am. So today I'm going to do my best to not break anything down. So it'll be one of those, take it as it resonates. I guess if I did it that way, I could have turned off the chat, but that's fine. And I'm using cards and tens today. Hey Holly, how you doing? I'm using cards and tens today, and these are the only cards I have in tens. So let's see. I feel like I should zoom in a little bit. 1 second. Hold up. Uno momento, por favor. How do you say please wait in Japanese? I don't know. Minasan, konnichiwa, osashiburi. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but one moment. What am I doing? Okay. There we go. I forgot for a second. I was like, hello? There we go. Okay. All right. Let's do one of these. Oof. Hey Eve, how you doing? And then let's do one of these. And also let's do one of these. And that should be, yeah, that's better. Okay. Boom, there we go. All right. I don't know. I was in a Meyer parking lot for over an hour in the cold. Oh, about an hour and a half, maybe. I don't think it was quite 2 hours. And my mom was in the store and she took the keys, so I couldn't turn on I didn't feel like getting out. So, and there was a car in front of me. Some people had gotten into the car in front of me, and so their headlights were kind of on. And I was watching your video, your Pisces video, and I had a deja vu moment, but it wasn't deja vu. Like it felt like deja vu, but I was like, no, this hasn't happened before. But it almost felt like it. You know what I mean? I was like, this is weird. But anyway, so I'm just going to pull cards. I'm going to go with it. Y'all know my brain works in metaphors. So I'm going to try not to do that thing where I'm like, how do I like make this like not what it's coming off as? How do I make this like more palatable? So apply it as you will. It is. And we'll see. A little less filtered today. And we'll just see what's up. I'm using the Pocket Wada Known and the Disology cards. I mean, I already showed them. Hopefully it's something, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, hey Elaine. How are you doing? I want to get one of these. I wanted to use the Oh. Okay. That's interesting. So the Fool and the Lovers came out. And the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. We're going to get a lot of oxygen. If you want to breathe with me, breathe. I need oxygen in my body. Glad to hear it. Feeling alive is great. I think I'm going to have a pink phase. It just kind of hit me today. I wore my magical AF hoodie to work today, and I was looking at the unicorn on the shooting star. I was like, I think I want like more like cute, kawaii, pink, yellow unicorn and rainbows and sparkles. I feel it for me. Um Also, I was thinking about it's fine, it'll come. Well, I was thinking about salmon and kale. What? Instead of pizza. What? I had Arby's. Oof. Oof. Pink and yellow used to be my favorite colors when I was little because they were the happiest. And then my favorite color became gray. So midnight blue and gray. Um, Heather and charcoal. I kind of go back and forth between heather and charcoal, but I think charcoal gray is more consistently my favorite shade. So the card that came out is the three of clubs. Bottom of the deck is the queen of clubs. The three of clubs is on the cusp of realization, a shared vision, and a quickening. I can see the cusp of realization being the Fool card, and the shared vision being the Lovers. Because, that's easy. The bottom of the deck is bringing order to thought, proper delegation of tasks, seeing the internal through the external. You wear a lot of blues, grays, and various shades of black. Ooh. I wear, I don't know. I don't have enough bright colors. I'm kind of like getting more. I'm appreciating more like pastels. I have like a pastel blue shirt. I think I have two that I like. Um, I don't know. It's a time. It's a season of experimentation and expression and bright colors. I've also been okay. So I've been thinking about 2022 being a 6 year coming out of a 5 year, and how what the process of harmonization might like be like what it means for things to come into balance. And maybe that's what this is in a way. Maybe that's what the Ten of Swords is. Hello, Melissa. Ooh, peaches. You make a chances choice. You make a chances choice, a conscious choice to not have all navy in your wardrobe. I love it. With the Ten of Swords, I think it is kind of sort of a little bit about finding a balance. And there's something with the Fool card It's like stepping off of the branch. I thought this looks like a baby duck almost. I thought the little bird had the knapsack in its beak. Maybe not. But it's like it's stepping outside of its comfort zone. Or it's like there's something that it's moving beyond. So on the cusp of realization, that could be it almost feels like it could be seeing things or realizing things for maybe the first time and just like going for it. It feels like the process of like stalling and delaying and hesitating um, is shortened. And it feels like the quickening is because of the shared vision. And there's also a pairing here somewhere. You don't think you're capable of Chaunch's coice? I don't know how I did that. Okay. And this is a bull on the Ten of Swords. So you've been approaching revelation lately. Ooh, love that. It feels like it's the Taurian trope of stubbornness. This is weird because it feels like it's something like brand new. I mean, I guess that's not weird, but something seems and feels very unexpected. And it feels like I'm a Pisces sun, Elaine. It could be the nodal shift. What this feels like, it's like doing one thing, having one goal in mind. And there are things that you need to do within self to reach that goal. It's not necessarily healing and shadow work, but healing and shadow work might be a part of it just to get you like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in many ways, if not always, or some ways, or in at least one way, ready. But it's like while you're getting ready for this, something else just like happens. And I don't know. See, I wouldn't say it gets you where you want to be quicker. It just feels kind of like unexpected. Oh, snap. Wait, girl. Hello. Sorry. Link me. um, hey, Steph. How you doing? Yeah, I used to see it as like just a big old eyeball. with swords in it. Jupiter is in Pisces. Um, I wonder if this is like the only other deck I have with me is the Mystical Dream Tarot. It's not in a 10. Cause I almost want to like see where this is coming from. It almost feels like converging pathways in a way. And it's this with the lovers, it's a feeling of like something meeting. Now, I don't know. I feel like it would be easy. The easiest link I can see in this is like when the body and the mind are on the same page. And because the body and the mind are on the same page, it's like easier to get through something because you don't have like one over here and the other one over there. But I mean, maybe there's an internal aspect, but it feels like there's something external. Let me see what these numbers are: 47, 1, 8, 6, and 4. Oh, and look, my phone is on 40%. So maybe I'll just see what the 40 is. I thought this was going to be like, but so far, nothing. Out of Russell's trap read yesterday. I missed it. I had to work yesterday. I'm kind of, I'm like low key kind of overworked. I'm like, okay, that was fun. um, kind of. It's the 5 of Earth. I was actually thinking about fives yesterday, and the 5 going into the 6 because it feels like at a 5, it's almost like being at the top of a hill, perfectly balanced, and it's like a little bit of movement either way can you know what I mean. It's like if you're at the top and you're perfectly still and you go like that, then you just like gravity kicks in and you like accelerate down, or like if you go back, gravity kicks in. And the quickening is here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to get another one. Bringing order to thought, proper delegation of tasks, seeing the internal through the external. There we go. Ooh. Tapping into the seed of all creation, understanding what predates all and things that must remain in the dark. This is a 77. 77 is the Sage of Souls. So we have the Sage of Souls and the 5 of Realms. Now the Queen of Spades is at the bottom of the deck. Operating as a unified whole, living the example, a heart that shines from the depths of the soul. What am I doing? You came in too late for Russell's. I have no clue what the El Qui is, but I've heard of the Hush Tarot. Does Stan have the Hush Tarot? I'm gonna get one more of these. Oh. Okay. The Nine of Diamonds. An accurate depiction, a true to life tale, liquid light that carves its way through night. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Clubs, a strong will and an open heart, all things taken into account. There's a 3 and a 9 here. I think yesterday, yeah, Russell did the Tesla trap. Um, Workshop question mark? There's a 3 and a 9, but no 6. The Lovers is a 6. I don't know. Like, I didn't tune in long enough to like know the spread. I know it's on his website though. I popped in for like a second and then I left. Um, I saw Eve link it, or that Eve did it. Oh, Cindy uses the Hush Tarot. Okay, maybe it was Cindy then. You saw an ad for a movie on Disney Plus called Loki. I actually so um I've been watching a lot of like Marvel videos on YouTube. I'm not a huge fan of superheroes, but the multiverse is like gonna get me hooked. Like like if you put in a multiverse in like anything, I'm probably gonna watch it just to see how everything like ties together. So I actually started watching the What If series last night, and I've already like seen probably by this point most of the episodes through like Easter egg videos and explanations of like the episode, but um we'll see. You finally watched all of Game of Thrones? What? I haven't even started it yet. If Siri says heads, I'm just gonna put these cards back in the deck. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads this time.
Okay, maybe I won't put them back in the deck. You watched WandaVision with your son? I saw something. It was like Agatha was right in how she's like low key the hero of that show. I haven't seen it though. Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say it feels like for some reason there's like oh, it feels like things are approaching from different angles. Like one of them is the Ace of Spades, tapping into the seed of all creation, understanding what predates all things that must remain in the dark. One of them is the cusp, on the cusp of realization, a shared vision, a quickening, and then the other one is like an accurate depiction, a true to life tale, liquid light that carves its way through night. And then it's like two of these birds are already like in flight, synchronized, and the third one, like honestly, kind of sort of like still has to learn how to fly. So it almost so what I was gonna say about the um what I was going to say about the Daughter of Pentacles and the Star with the shooting star that came out in the other video is that there was an energy where it's like there's this stream of whatever that we could tap into, but we don't. It's like the Fata Morgana. Um, and that's kind of what this is feeling like. So if I put these two on this one, let's see. I'll get something for tapping into the seed of all creation. Tom Petty on the brain. Is that that? Is that the one song? Or very much Cosmic Jet Stream? I think Mercury is retrograde or it's about to go retrograde. Oh. Oh, Jupiter and Pisces, Nine of Cups. Tapping into the seed of all creation, understanding what predates all and things that must remain in the dark is coming out with the Nine of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck is the Death card with strength behind it. Leo and Scorpio. And then the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands behind that. Oh, so yeah, with the thing about these like coming from multiple angles, 2022 is 3 twos with a 0 in there. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So there's the two twos are together, and then the 0 separates them from the other two. And twos being like duality, polarities, it's like an axis. And so when we have 3 twos, we get the XYZ plane, which is like 3 dimensions, and that's what we like live and operate in. I mean, right? So then I was like, oh, that makes sense. Is that one song when it's like, hold up, wait, I'm gonna Google it because I don't want to embarrass myself. I like no music. But I think I might know that song. I don't know if it's Tom Petty. I don't think it's Tom Petty. No, it's not. It's so the song I was thinking of was Broken Wings. So that is not Learning to Fly. Um I don't even know if I know Learning to Fly. Honestly, I probably don't. No. No. No, I don't. I don't know that. I don't know that. Excuse me. Aw, y'all are cute. Glad to hear you're all right, Steph. Oh, wait. And let me get one for the last one. The last one is 19 and 18, which is the sun and the moon, Capricorn, the sacral, and the element of water. What's interesting is, though, So the nine of diamonds has the moon energy on it, and the ace of spades also has the moon energy. Where these two have moon energy, the three of clubs has chariot energy. See, the sage of souls with the moon and the nine of cups is interesting though. That reminds me, it was a while ago. I did pick an archetype, I think. And the Foo Fighters have a fly song too. Oof. I still don't know. I still don't know. I don't know nothing but nobody. Ooh, I don't know no music. Who is that? Oh, the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Nine of Cups upright. That's two nines. There are nines and sixes all over this. So all of the cards that came out, they're either there's a six in the lovers, the nines, and a zero in the fool. The nine of wands in reverse for the nine of diamonds. Um, but with the nine of cups, with the sage of souls, the moon, and then the nine of cups being at night, it feels like something's gonna meet you. There's also a one here. I guess I could look it up. I can look it up. I'm gonna hit up rustling around. I wonder if it's in the description box of that video he did. I would imagine if it's not in the description box, it's in the comments. Maybe posted by Eve, if not Russell himself. Excuse me. Or not. Am I wrong? What? Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's in the description box. I thought so. The Wand Unknown Nine of Wands is my favorite. I love it. Wait, what? Here it is, the Tesla trap reading. Okay. No, Russell. Russell. I was looking for it to just like be laid out. Okay, that's fine. Well, one is the beginning. All the matter that creates the world of your perception is a repeating code of 124875 and back to one again. Just in this chart spread. 1, 2, and 4 are the inner journey, shadow work, the realm of wands, cups, and swords. 8, 7, 5 are the application of an inner journey, epiphany applied to the outer world, journey of pentacles, or earth walk. Okay. When you see it, you forget everything you know about the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's this one. Well, that's the one upright. I think because in this deck it talks about like determination and it's like you're almost there. I think the traditional Nine of Wands, it's like the wounded warrior. Um See, it's interesting that the 19 and 18, the sun and the moon are on the Nine of Diamonds, and the other one, no, it was at the bottom of the deck. I think it was the Queen of Spades, maybe. The no, it might have been the Queen of Clubs, seeing the internal through the external. I'm gonna like breathe, so hopefully I can. Oh my gosh, let me mute this. Who is it? Oh my gosh, I was thinking about you today. An accurate depiction of true to life tale, liquid light that carves its way through night. So, liquid light that carves its way through night, and this is here the Nine of Wands in reverse. It just feels very like not divine orchestration, but it's something, I mean, in a way, it is. It feels very like chance encounter, fated meetings, in the way where it's like there's something unexpected that you come across or that happens. And the thing teaches you something about yourself, or there's something that you see or you get to learn about yourself through this. And with the Nine of Cups upright and the Nine of Wands in reverse, it feels like it can be like a joyous happening rather than like a traumatic one or a not great one or a painful one or an awkward one. Um, it almost feels like an updraft. And so there is a little bit of like a sailing. Makes you think of the tip of a sparkler. It's amore. When the moon hits your eye. What did I just say? I don't know. I already forgot. And it feels easy. I might have to grab another deck. Did you have one of those like long exposure photos where you can like see it? It honestly almost feels like that elephant where it's like the universe, the creator, the divine that knows you. It feels like an encounter with someone or something that like knows you, but you don't know them. They might look or feel familiar. The situation may feel familiar. Speaking of that, like almost deja vu, but like knowing it's not. It's like feeling like it's deja vu, but knowing that it's not deja vu. Um, and in that way, It almost feels like Flusa, but in a way that Flusa didn't feel like Flusa before. Or it's like it's something known about you that you don't know about yourself. And it could be something as simple as like, hey, here's this thing that like you really, really like. It's like jazzercise. You're like, let's say like you have no clue what jazzercise is, and someone in your life is like, hey, yeah, it did, but like that's since I had that experience, it's like kind of like it's not that, but it's along the same a similar vein, not the same one. But it's like if someone's like, "Hey, let's go jazzercising," and you're like, "What? I don't know about that." And they're like, "Come on, it'll be fun." And you're like, "Okay, fine, I'll go." And then you go and you love it. It's like the universe, the divine, the workings and clockmaking behind the workings and clockmaking, like they know that that's something that you enjoy even before you do. And so it's like that meeting, that opportunity is presented to you to get you to discover this thing. Like that's what this feels like in some way. And so the 9 of Wands in reverse is important, and the 10 of Swords is important because it's like Eva's like giving everyone everything. I love you. Um, where was it? The 9 of Wands in reverse is important, and the 10 of Swords is important because there's a certain like openness and fluidity that's needed. Because the 6 of Harmony, it feels like the most fluid, but also stable of the even numbers that kind of sort of hold more of that. It's like when it's odd, that's when it's like, ooh, but when it's even, that's when it's like nice. And it's kind of reminding me, I think it's on Jupiter, right? The hexagonal storm. I know Russ said that it used to be blue question mark, but now it's like gold question mark, and I'm pretty sure it's on Jupiter. But it feels like within the hexagon, there's like a fluid motion. And then in the hexagon, like there's that pair, and then there's that pair of parallel lines. It's like 3 pairs of parallel lines. But they run in opposite directions. And it's like it's because they run in opposite directions that you get that nice fluid movement. If they ran in the same direction, it's like it would go like back and forth. Because like if you have two that go up here, and then two that go up that way there, and then two that like both go down, it would go like that. But then when it reaches this point, it would push it back up. And it would do this between like going down and going up. It would get stuck at that point. And so that's why the opposite polarities are important because it keeps things fluid, right? It's like a wheel. You go up and then you go down. And with the lovers, it actually kind of sort of feels like the lovers are sandwiching the fool. And it's like the fool finds itself in the middle. Okay, that was that. Let's see what else. How has it already been 45 minutes? The hexagon is Saturn. JK. The hexagonal storm is on Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet. Oh. Excuse me. What's on Jupiter then? If Saturn has the storm, I don't know. I feel like there's a very speaking of that the shooting star with the cosmic jet stream. Um Speaking of it, I don't know. I just lost it. I just lost it. I had it. I had it and then it's gone. And then it was gone. I'll just keep yawning, Elaine. Hopefully that'll help you. Ooh, go to sleep. Ooh, so here's an 8. This card, the 10 of clubs came out with the 9 of clubs at the bottom of the deck. This card has come out, I feel like every time I've used this deck recently. Nearly awakened hidden power, breath that takes the shape of one's truest desires and a commitment to self. With stripped bare, a game of charades, a day with no mirrors at the bottom of the deck. So a day with no mirrors, like the game of charades and the day with no mirrors together, it's interesting. And stripped bare. So like it's like so with stripped bare, there's a certain vulnerability where we are perceived sort of as we are. But with the game of charades, it's like we're trying to like do or be something else. But with the day with no mirrors, it's like there's nobody to be whatever we're pretending or trying to be for. If that makes any sense. So it comes, and I think the day with no mirrors, it was also like, how do we see ourselves without something to show us who we are? Or like, how would we? It's not. It's. It feels like it's trying to like. Give me a second to get these thoughts together. What does SpongeBob say? The stars at night are dull and dim. Whenever they're over Dumbo, Texas. On that episode where they were trying to get Sandy to the Krusty Krab. um, it's like a question. It's like, how would you see yourself if there were no mirrors? And it's like, what creative way would you go about, you know, whatever? This nearly awakened hidden power card has come out a lot. So the 10 is an 8 and the 9 is a 9. So it's actually an 8-9. Progressive, even though the cards are 10-9, which is regressive. And again, it's almost sort of that like one goes up, the other goes down, positive, like plus and minus spin on electrons, protons and electrons. And there was a card recently, a card yesterday that said the night. Find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars turn bright. Oh, snap. It might be time to go to Texas. Everybody go to Texas. Who? One of that's funny though, because one of my cousins was here, I think Friday. They came over Friday, and my cousin was like, "We're going to Texas in April." I was like, "What's in April?" His birthday is in April. I was like, "Oh," and then I was like, "Why Texas?" And he was like, "I've never been to Texas." And I was like, "Me neither," but I'm not trying to go to Texas either. So, but maybe Texas is the move. I don't remember what that card was. It was when it was like, how do we be in two places at once? Like being simultaneously organic and temporal, and then like a soul, and in some ways, at least in a lot of belief systems, eternal. And then it was something very like, which reminds me of one of those cards. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, it's hot in Texas and the bugs are huge. I don't wanna go. No. I think I have family in Galveston or in the Galveston area. I've seen them a few times. Caves in Houston. Almost died in a cave in Hannibal, Missouri. It's that one card. Um, it's like the skeleton in the sarcophagus in the Starman Tarot. And it reminds me of the High Priestess sitting in between the light and the dark, or at the threshold of light and dark, and the magic scarab that tries to lead us there. I feel like I don't have anything. What? You're like 25 minutes from Galveston? I'm pretty sure they're from Galveston. I think so. I've seen them like, they're on my dad's side of the family. So I've seen them like a handful of times in my life. I wish I had a deck that like showed me what this is, but I can't. I mean, I could maybe try the Dreams of Gaia, or maybe the Mystical Shaman. Ooh, natural cabins. 67, 26. What's 67? I wish I had the dice. I would just roll the dice. Actually, I'm gonna use Siri to roll dice because I don't feel like grabbing them, and then we'll see. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 20. Oh, wait, no, I did it wrong. Don't do it. No. What? One, what? Siri gave me like 1200 something. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 0 and 99.
A random number between 0 and 99 is 3.
3. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 20.
A random number between 1 and 20 is 6.
Did you hear that? Siri gave me a 3 and then a 6. That's hilarious. Let's see if Siri completes the sequence. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 12.
A random number between 1 and 12 is 5.
Oof, oof. You see, my Siri voice came back. Oh, that's what I was talking about. When Siri is like some robotic female, and then like my Siri. I didn't get a 369 because anyway. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 8. Or not. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 8.
A random number between 1 and 8 is 3.
Another 3. Okay. We were so close to a 369. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 4.
A random number between 1 and 4 is 1.
Oops. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 6.
A random number between 1 and 6 is 4.
It's still 4. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 4.
A random number between
It's
1
still
and
1.
4 is 1.
Okay. So, I love Siri. If I watch this back, my phone is gonna be going off. I'll have to like cover it or something so my Siri isn't triggered. These are all single digit numbers. I almost wonder. Three, 6, 5, 3, 4, and 1. There you go. $67 is the 4. The 4 of souls. The 5 of water. Essences. The 4 of souls and the 5 of essences. Is that 22? 369, 514, 317, 421, 122. I think so. A full blown panic attack. The 4 of souls and the 5 of essences. It's interesting because um with the 4 of souls, it feels like there's a certain framework or stability that exists within the self. But with the 5 of essences, we're still trying to find it. And it's like we try to find it through an expressive way. It's almost like when some people go to college or when people move to a new town and nobody knows who they are. They'll kind of like be different people to experiment and see which version of them fits right or feels the best. So with the day of no mirrors and the game of charades, maybe that's how you find it. Maybe that's how you see yourself. By being different. By being different, not characters. Maybe like characterizations. Because with the Five of Essences, it might almost be a little bit of a characterization or a caricature of oneself until you settle into like, this is who I am, this feels right. And with it being a caricature, it's like there are certain things that are like overly emphasized or overly focused on or overly inflated, and other things that are like minimized and deflated and like made even smaller. And then it's like that's how we fit into or find ourselves. So with these numbers, because the three, this is what water is, that earth or water? I'm pretty sure that's water. Water, the heart, the Leo, the lovers again, the Empress, and the sacral. Solar plexus, sorry. The sacral and the solar plexus in the heart is very Leo. But the solar plexus, it brings in a question of like sustenance, right? So it's like something that sustains something else. With the Empress, it feels like it's self sustained. With the element of water, and also with it being Empress and through rulership, the sun, there's an energy of sustaining others. And then with the heart, again, there's an element of interconnection. So it feels very Ace of Cups, where it's like where you overflow and it benefits everything around you. I've seen that with the. I don't want to go anywhere where it's hot. I melt. Maybe it's something about like oh, I just had it. It's gone. Every time I get a thought, it just like disappears. It reminds me of The Good Place. When Chidi is like, it's what we do for each other. But it's also what we do for ourselves. But I feel like that solar plexus is really important. It's a conspiracy of threes. Is that the term for a group of threes? A group of threes is called a conspiracy. I subscribe to that. $3 years ago, I think the sun is important. The sacral solar plexus is important because of sustenance. Like, to provide sustenance for something is to give it or help it sustain itself. And with it being a 6 year, there is an element. Well, in real life, it feels like harmony is kind of transient and not necessarily permanent. But I think that's a question. It's like, what do you need for wherever you're going or for whatever you want? Like, what do you need to be in harmony or to find peace? Or it's like a certain exchange. What? Just take the Z. Is it on your wish list, Steve? If it's not, you should put it on there. I'll get it for you. You have the other animal deck. Just if the zebra, it would probably come out because it gives you a headache. um, but it is a question. It feels like well, what do you need to sustain you, to sustain hope, to sustain not necessarily a desired lifestyle. Oops. Your daughter has it, but rarely uses it. You should use it. I'm actually gonna pull 1 second. I'm gonna go off camera for a second so I can grab this Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Ooh. This one right here. Please. Thank you. Okay. It feels like the sustenance is important because it's fixed nodes. We're gonna shift into fixed nodes from mutable nodes. Excuse me. When was the node in Aquarius? South node in Aquarius would have been North node in Leo, which I think was like 2016 to 18. because I think the node shifted into Cancer in 18, like late 18. And then into Gemini mid 20. Another rainbow reading. Yeah, the Curious Creatures is like dead giveaway for the rainbow readings. Let's get one of these. That's like the one card in this deck I just like don't like. It's the Spiral. Let's do one more. This is like so. I've been feeling this like. I don't know. It's hard to describe. If you watch Reem's Pisces video, I feel like it's an. Oh, not every card at once. 2017 to 2018. Okay. Thank you. Oof. The Wind, number 63. There's the 3 and the 6. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Let's see if anything else flipped over. No, but this card, these cards, 44 and 46, the Sacrifice and the Serpent. Bottom of the deck is the Child. I'll just set these here. Your phone is making up words. I think, excuse me, I have a few that I like never use, but I try to rotate. Every now and then I'm like, I want to use a deck I haven't used in a while. Maybe I need to relearn them. I haven't used the before and after in a minute. The Spiral, there's a lot of S words. The Spiral, the Wind, the Serpent, and the Sacrifice. What's interesting is with the Wind, no, it was 3 and then 6 and then 5. Not 6 and then 3 and then 5. So never mind. See, the Spiral, it feels like it's this like ever blossoming, ever more and more central to the self unfolding. But it feels like the Wind, it's like depending on how the wind is blowing, like if you're coming around a turn, it feels like the wind could like push you off of the Spiral. And then with the Serpent and the Sacrifice, it's like whenever we get pushed off of the Spiral, there's something that we learn, something that we integrate, something that we heal that puts us back on it. So that's, I mean, I guess that's like the overall theme. It feels like it's just like, it feels like a new layer of self exploration, a new layer of revelations and realizations about the self. But I mean, I guess North Node is in Taurus. So if it's like a heavily external energy or it feels more external, like Taurus would be the one to incorporate the environment and the world around us. Where Scorpio can be a little bit more reserved into the self. Reserved into itself. Taurus can be, but it's also like a little bit more out there. And it feels like perspective may play a large role in being off of the spiral. Because even when we are, we're not. Or even when we think we are, we really aren't. I think the spiral is alive. I think the spiral is the serpent. Which isn't surprising. I don't know why it just like it feels like the like it's not that weird, but it feels like the universe is a living thing. Like the universe itself is alive, and then there are things inside the universe that are alive, which is us, for example. And there are things that maintain the workings of certain things, universal, energetic, whatever. But I don't know if our journeys would be alive. Because it feels like the spiral is the snake. Like the spiral is alive. What does that mean? I mean, but like if we view Gaia as like living, then like would it not make sense for the universe to be alive? You're just listening to an alchemy text that described elements in the earth as living things. Something big is about to release in you soon. Let's go, Steph. I hope so. Elements as in metals. Oh, like the periodic table. So the wind is the breath of the universe, or the wind is the breath of the earth. Are there any like shamans or medicine people? Or I'm like, where is this going? Oh, what? The universe is alive, and the wind is its breath. I honestly have no clue what that means, though. The wind in the alchemy text is the womb of life. Ooh. It feels like the spiral being the serpent. Like there's a direction that things are moving in. And maybe that's why it was like with the council, the hunter, and whatever else. It's like, well, there's a force behind the force behind the force. There's a motivation behind the motivation behind the motivation. There's a thing beyond the thing and behind the thing. And you also believe everything has a consciousness. I feel like I do, but I never like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, it doesn't feel like new, but something about it feels, at least to me. I mean, there are a lot of things that I never quite necessarily ponder. I don't know. It's just like weird to me. I like turtles. I just don't know what the sacrifice would be. I guess I don't have to. This is interesting. I'm at. Ooh, hold up. Wait, what time is it? What time is it? I gotta go to bed. Okay. I feel like this is basically over. I feel like this it was over before it started. Well, that was the thing, right? I was like, I'm just gonna like come on, pull cards, and just like whatever comes out, comes out. I'm gonna put these back though, and then we'll see. Because I don't know. I don't. Your sister was a medicine woman. Oh, well, sometimes it's a matter of time, or sometimes things, um, like there's a timing and some and things sometimes, and so it's for us to find ways to enjoy where we are when we are, and then as the blockage makes itself known, then we work through it. Then she had been doing sleep. Wait, what? Oof. The Andean cross. Oh, snap. Oops. So the Andean cross and Earthkeeper came out. Bottom of the deck is Soul Retrieval. was such a slow build up to this moment. I was like so comfortable. Now I'm like, no, no, this is too much. No. Mm. If Siri says tails, I'm done. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Oh, Siri didn't hear me. Hey Siri, flip a coin, please.
It's tails this time.
Oh, that means I'm done. See, but I'm not. The Holy Mountain. So, like I said, like it's gonna be whatever. I don't know. But with the Indian cross and the Earth Keeper, it feels like the Earth is keeping something. Like Earth is the keeper. And then I'm like, well, what is Earth the keeper of? I didn't. There's a lot of stuff that we learn or that we have the opportunity to learn being incarnate on Earth. And so it feels like, in part, Earth keeps us. Siri might. Siri's like, yeah, you haven't listened to me, so doesn't just do what you want. I would laugh so hard if Siri was like, just do what you want. It feels like Earth keeps us in that way. Earth keeps the parts of us that we discover through living on Earth. And with the Indian cross, oh snap! Hold up, I'm gonna have to subscribe to Elaine Rose. Like with the Indian cross and the Earth Keeper, it feels like the Indian cross is within the self. Like it again, like take it as it resonates, apply it where it applies. If it applies, I'm going to consciously try to not break it down into like woo. But it feels like the Indian cross is almost a seal on the self or a seal on the soul. And Earth is the keeper of the thing in the middle of the cross. And it's through living on Earth that we get it like bit by bit. It's like it fills in. Which is interesting. So you tried uploading 2 videos and they won't upload? Yeah, it's very that, Melissa. So you know what's going on. I'm just like, hey, wait. And it feels like that's what this is. This is the middle of the Indian cross, but you can see it's like it's kind of muddied. And so we have to like find the gold in it. $3 to upload a 15-minute video. Whew. I'm so grateful that my mom is doing what she's doing to need the internet that she needs. Because if I had to pay for it. So, yeah. Well, and I feel like that kind of ties into the thing with the giveaway going to the middle world. And the middle world was just at the bottom of the deck. Until I shuffled it away. Where it's like there are things that you get up at 5 a.m. to upload before work. Like, are you already up at 5 a.m. or are you getting up like specifically to upload? Yeah, and then if you do it live, it uploads itself. So, well, camera blur. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is interesting. See, that's all the stuff that goes into Everlong Mystic that we don't even know about. We don't even know to appreciate it, but we appreciate it. Oh. There are points in this channel I probably should have deleted it and just went over. That's actually why I made my second channel, because I was going to delete this one. I was going to phase it out. I kind of did phase it out, but then I got back on here. Okay, this deck is done. I guess this just like isn't gonna focus. That's fine. Honestly, it makes me think of like Earth being the keeper of the inner child, and it feels very Corey. It feels like what I know of or what I've been exposed to as like through Corey, the Light Body Oracle. Okay. Is that it? What other decks do I have that are accessible? Okay. So we have the Earth keeping something. We also have the universe being a living thing. I feel like it's just like a whole bunch of like wait. It's like not wait, but I feel like it's stuff that makes sense. All right. See ya, Holly. Excuse me. Like it makes sense, but just not in a way that I feel like I've ever had to think about before. Like, wait. Let's see. I'll give this 3 shuffles. 2. 1. Last one. The serpent at the bottom of the deck. What's at the top? The spiral. The top of the deck was the spiral. Let's see. The bottom was the serpent. If it's a serpent, though, it feels like, literally like this one. I was going to say, if it's a serpent, it feels like a serpent with 2 heads. That don't often go in the same direction. I don't know. I feel like I should just be done for the night. I'm like, wait. See, I feel like this is like territory that's like not mine. So I'll be listening out for people talking about the living universe and Earth being the keeper of, excuse me, almost like our potentials in a way. Because it feels like it's almost like what Earth gives us the opportunity to become. Like that's what Earth is the keeper of. Who and what we become. In a way that's very so I'm like, yeah, I'm not listening. Oh no, it fell on the floor. Taking the plunge into an ice cold tank, dissolution of the self, integration and separation. The 7 of spades. Oof. Where'd my phone go? Oh, it's right here on the charger. My phone is on its leash so that I don't lose it. Oh my gosh, it's the 7 of diamonds. So the 7 of diamonds came out. The 7 of spades was at the bottom of the deck. A well-crafted illusion, a contaminant blowing in the breeze, searching for an open eye. See, yeah, the sacrifice, it felt like the snake shedding its skin, in a way. You were married to a medicine man. Oh, snap. I'm like, what is this? This is not what I asked for. A well-crafted illusion, taking the plunge into an ice-cold tank. You know what it low-key feels like? It low-key feels like that one episode of Black Mirror where they're in the like dating simulation. It's almost like the energy of the shortcut. It's like the point is to take the shortcut, or it's to find the shortcuts. The point is to like truly be alive. The point is to be in a position to be able to make. All right, have a good night, Eve. See you at 5 a.m. Also, that's why. So, like, when I wake up at like 6 o'clock, and then like 6:30, and I'm like going through my subscriptions, I see that I get that notification from Eve pretty early. Now I know why. Maybe it'll be Taurus. Maybe it won't be. Um. Oh my gosh. Um. Why am I still blurry? Why is it like focused here? Like, hello? It's like focused so close. Let's see. It's fine. What was I saying? Oh, I had it and then I lost it. Um, with the cosmic jet stream, it feels like it's reaching outside. Like, I feel like in a way it goes back to the high priestess that sits in the middle of the light and the dark, and the scarab beetle that leads us there. And maybe that's what, again, that's the energy of like we're being led, or we may come into an opportunity to be led in a direction that gets us to know us better, like the whole jazzercise thing. Um, night night stuff. I'll be going to bed soon too. Like I feel like I feel like I have an answer, but I'm doing that thing that I said I wouldn't do. Where I'm like, okay, I need this in a different way. I needed to say it in a different way. Um, but I guess that's been the thing lately. It was in that like, what does it mean to be in two places at the same time? To be both the body and the spirit and the mind and the heart. And it feels like, at least in my, I struggle to be like mentally and physically in the same place. Like I feel like wherever I'm at, my brain is just like somewhere else always. Um and it feels like that, like for the all, to be all one is to be in a space of no thingness. But for us to be all one, it's to be alive or to be living. Because um there's something about being I don't know how to communicate it. But it's like I feel like life is always happening. The universe is always there for us. Like even if we go inside, even if we isolate, even if we hermit, the world is still outside and things are still happening. Events are still happening. The wheel keeps on turning. And so it's like, good night, Elaine. Have a good night. Are you out too, Melissa? Good night. Excuse me. There's something about the capacity or capability to be in a world, to live in a world that is like both us and not at the same time. I don't know. But I'm shuffling up these now. The Mother of Cups and the Mother of Wands. Ooh, the mothers. Oops. You've been vibing about that is that it's about the spirit universe being poured into our consciousness. That sounds like a lot. But it's funny. I was on a call with Reem and Russ Friday. And Russ said that Jupiter conjuncts Neptune on the 12th, I think, of April. And it's like my Saturn return is exact. Jupiter and Neptune are conjuncting on top of my Mercury. I'm like, no. Like my Saturn return I could handle. But that Jupiter Neptune conjunction at the same time on my Mercury, it's like that's too much. Sextiling my moon. I don't have anything in Virgo, so ain't got no opposition. Trining my Pluto and Scorpio. I like Saturn. The Ace of Wands and the Son of Wands at the bottom of the deck. With the Hermit under that. There's something in this that's about like creating your own light or being your own light. And it's like it feels like knowing that again, it feels like it's about like living in a world that is you and isn't you. Because it's like with the Son of Wands, when we are our own light, it's like those are those are the ways in which we see things, but there's also the way that things are. It's like there's the truth, and then there's like your version of the truth, or like your perspective of what is true. And it's about not necessarily holding both. It's almost like it's about holding your own while recognizing that there is a greater one. Like Sun conjunct Uranus and Leo. Wait, what? In the eighth house? Is there, wait, what? An objective truth? Um, I don't know if there's like an objective truth, but there are greater truths. There are things that are more true. Or just like, it feels like, yeah, but it feels like consensus reality. The consensus and consensus reality is kind of like all over the place. Six of Pentacles in the world. It's like, excuse me, a more definite truth. It feels like our understanding of some things is like kind of elementary because of the nature of our ability to comprehend and understand things. And so it's like if we had a different perspective, if we had a greater perspective, if we were more privy to the knowings of the mechanism of like everything, then our truth would be different because we would be able to see more, especially if it wasn't so like centralized. And it came out, I don't know what it means necessarily, but it feels like with the living spiral serpent, like there's another, or maybe many more living spiral serpents. And they kind of like, I don't know if it's going to be like merge or overlap, but maybe in that merging and overlapping, it allows us to see even greater truths. I don't know. I don't know. So with that, I gotta go. So thank you, Melissa, and everyone else for being here. I hope you have a good whatever whenever you see this, and I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. I will digest this more, and I mean I say that, but honestly, I'm probably gonna go to bed, wake up, go to work, and forget. I'll try not to. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Bye. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom.